What if I told you that your dog being anxious or nervous or scared at the vet doesn't have to be a norm? And not only that, there are a few simple and easy things you can do right now to help your dog be less anxious at their next vet visit. In this video, I am going to be sharing with you how I got my two pretty anxious dogs to actually love and enjoy going to the vet. Not only that, but I'm gonna share some bonus tips at the end. Let's just jump into the damn thing, right? Meow. Hopefully, your dog never needs to go to the vet for a medical or health concern, but the reality is most dogs will need to go to the vet at least a few times in their lifetime, and these 5 tips help keep dogs that are already anxious at the vet from being anxious. And if you have a dog today that is a new puppy and they haven't really had a lot of experience at the vet, these tips also help those dogs not develop a fear of the vet. So let's just jump into the damn thing, because this is a really important video for any pet parent, for any dog of any age. So I don't want to waste any more of your time. So the first thing you can do to help keep your dog from being anxious at the vet is to go to the vet. I know, that sounds insane. The more you expose your dog to something with a positive outcome, the more likely they're gonna feel positively about it. So what I did with Bentley was, when he was a puppy, I would carry him into the vet because of the whole vaccine thing. I didn't want him touching the floors, but I would carry him into the vet clinic. I would weigh him on their scale with their permission, of course, and they actually encouraged this. And I would, as soon as I was done weighing him, I would give him some treats and leave. And that was it. I would do this twice a month up until he was 12 months of age. What this did was give him short, positive experiences at the vet with nothing bad happening to him. So the vet very quickly became a fun and exciting place for him, because he just went, he sat on a scale. Undoubtedly, there would be some tech or client there that would want to pet him because he was so stinking, and still is so stinking cute. And then we would leave and it would be no big deal. There was no anticipation building up driving there or back. And that leads me to the second tip, which is similar but very, very different, which is connecting with your vet clinic staff ahead of time and asking them, hey, is tomorrow at 2 p.m. a good time for me to come in with some treats for my dog and have you give my dog some treats just for a minute? And 9 times out of 10, your vet clinic, unless it's a super busy time of day, are gonna be open to it, because your vet clinic, your vet staff, your techs, your nurses, your veterinarians, they all want your dog to be happy and comfortable at the vet too. I would just take them in. I'd let the staff know ahead of time so I wasn't catching them off guard, and I'd hand them a couple treats and they would give the treats to Finn or Ben or whoever I took in with me. And what that did is it taught them that, oh, we're going into this vet clinic and there's a lot of different smells, there's a lot going on, I'm a little nervous, but here's this really happy, smiling person who's expecting me, and they have some of my favorite treats that smell like home, that are from home, and they gave me some treats just for being here. I would just leave after that. I would thank the person for helping, but then I would just leave. And what my dogs learned really quickly was, wow, walking into the vet, the front waiting area, doesn't cause me anxiety, because what I've noticed with dogs that are anxious at the vet, they're anxious as soon as you pull up into the parking lot. So the way to combat that is to pull up into the parking lot multiple times and have the result of that be something short and positive. A lot of the reactions that dogs have in the vet, maybe of growling or just getting super anxious, some of that often is the dog having anticipatory anxiety. So they're anticipating something bad happening. But if you've given them proof and real life examples and scenarios where they go to the vet and it's short and it's positive, they're going to be much more likely to feel positive about going. The next tip of making sure that your dog is not anxious at the vet is something you do when you actually have a scheduled appointment for your dog and you go into the weight room. There's 2 parts, 2 really critical things you need to make sure that you do. So once you're in the waiting room, because usually there's a little bit of a wait, is work with your dog in the waiting room. Don't just let your dog sniff around, looking around frantically, feeling anxious. Bring their most desirable treat, toy, whatever it is. I don't care if you need to bring some raw beef lung with you. Whatever gets your dog super jazzed, you need to bring that, and you need to start working with your dog. But with Finn, he loves tug toy. And when he gets anxious, he kind of wants to bite on things. I don't know if that makes sense. I actually bring his little rope toy, and we're in the waiting room. I still have him on leash, but I'll play a little bit of tug with him. And some dogs, that may amp them up, but for Finn, it gets him focused on me. It gets him focused on the toy. He's not focused on what's around him, and he's not building up anxiety. You could walk around the room and work on heels. You could wait outside and let them sniff the grass and ask the tech to call you from the front of the building when they're ready to go, if being inside the building is too much. Now, the second part of this tip is once you go back to the exam room, very similar to what I just said before, is when you're in the exam room waiting for the tech or the nurse or the vet to come in, don't just sit there and wait. Play. Bring toys with you. Bring some of your dog's favorite toys, and if the room is big enough and they're not going to destruct anything, play a soft game of fetch, a toss, you could call it. We work on sits, we work on downs, we work on touches with lots of praise. I give more treats at the vet than any other training time period. So he knows that when we're at the vet, when he does a sit for me, where maybe he would normally just get a verbal praise or one treat, he's gonna get 5 when he's at the vet. What's gonna happen is the time's gonna pass fast, the vet's gonna come in, but the dog's already had some exercise, physical and mental, he's had some fun training, his anxiety's a little bit less, and he's actually gonna potentially enjoy the visit, especially if you use a fear-free integrative vet, which I'll talk about in just a moment. If you don't work with your dog on basic commands, I have examples of those linked up here and down below, like sits and stays, touchdowns, things like that. At home with your dog, it's gonna be really hard to do at the vet clinic. So I have a really quick and easy solve or band-aid fix for you, and that is bring a frozen Kong filled and frozen with their favorite food items. Maybe it's raw goat milk, maybe it's raw meat. Yes, I believe in a whole raw fresh food diet. If you don't know what that means, click the video up here or down below. Before you even go to the vet, whether you have a scheduled appointment or you're just going to get the dog weighed, make sure you have given the dog plenty of physical and mental exercise. I have a ton of videos linked down below. Now for the bonus round, and that means you're gonna get some juicy tips that were not originally planned to be part of this video, but because you made it this far, I'm going to share with you. And these are, one, I highly recommend for a positive experience for your dog at the vet to find a holistic and integrative veterinarian. And what I mean by that is a veterinarian who's been trained to look at the dog holistically. They're not just saying, oh, the dog's anxious, here's some pills to give the dog. They're looking at the dog from their mental health, their physical health, and they're open to alternative and holistic approaches to helping your dog with whatever medical or health need that they may need. In addition to that, I want to make sure that you guys realize how difficult of a job it is for whatever vet clinic you go to. Everyone working there, the front desk, the vet tech, the nurses, the staff, the cleaning staff, the vets, of course, the surgeons. It is a really flippin' hard job. Veterinarians have one of the highest suicide rates of all careers, and that's because many veterinarians go into the field because they love animals, they want to help animals, but once they get into it, and you see sick animals all the time, that can be really hard. There's also a lot of politics that make that career a little bit more challenging than others, and there's a lot of things that go into it, and they're just really hard-working, passionate individuals. Next time you go to your vet for one of your quick visits, let's say just to weigh your dog real quick, take something for your vet staff, whether it be some fresh local flowers or some cookies or just something to show your appreciation of everything they do. I mean, they are taking care of your best friend, your dog and your cat and your pets, and it's a really difficult job. I want you guys to comment down below. Do you have a vet that you currently love, or are you looking for a vet? And if so, like, what are the kinds of things that you would be looking for? I'd love to learn a little bit more about who watching this right now has a vet that they go to that they love. Are they holistic? Are they not? Just comment that stuff down below. It's really interesting to me. And don't forget, guys, I'm on Instagram, Facebook. Just search my name at Rachel Fasaro. If you have any questions, you can hit me up there. And of course, comment down below, because we have, guys, the best damn community on YouTube in the comment section. We have this little thing here called the Love Army, and that's where everybody watching this video goes in my comment section. They pick at least 2 people that they've never seen in the comment section before, and they reply to their comment. It may just be a hey, I'm glad you're here, or a heart emoji, or I hope you have a nice day. It doesn't have to be answering any questions. I just want you to go in the comment section and give some love, because I want this to be the best damn community in the world, and we're so close to that. Don't forget to click that subscribe button to help our mission to save all the damn dogs. Do it for the mission, do it for the dude. I appreciate you guys so damn much, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Goodbye.